Hello guys, my name is Shantanu Vyas. Welcome back to the channel Sports Angle. This is a channel where I will be bringing you sporting insights from everywhere. Uh, and first and foremost, thank you to everyone. I've reached a little milestone of 51 subscribers. I'm really grateful for that. This is the support and this is what is going to keep me going. Now, without wasting much time, this video's feature focus will be tennis with an insight into Wimbledon. So let's jump into that. So, tennis, yes, one of the most prestigious sports and one of the most world-renowned sports that has been around. It has its own 4 Grand Slams. It's played on 3 different surfaces such as clay, grass, and the synthetic courts. Now, it's been around for a longer time, but one of the most important events which is coming around this corner is the Wimbledon. The Wimbledon is one of the 4 Grand Slams which happens throughout the year. Now, why is it very good? Is because it's been around for the longest time. It's been around for 154 years. So it's got legacy. It's got everything that a perfect tournament should have. And given that it's going to be starting just in some time, which is on 28 June, and the final is going to be on 11 July, I cannot express my excitement in words. There are going to be some key athletes both from the men's side and the women's side. From the men's side, you obviously have the greatest of all time, Roger Federer. Don't kill me, Rafael Nadal and Novak Djokovic fans. I feel he's the good. It's my opinion. And the second, obviously, is Novak Djokovic, who's coming off a French Open win. You know, he looks good. His form is good. He's fit. He's mentally fit. He's physically fit. And I think he'll be really highly motivated to get that feather in his cap. Although we won't be seeing Rafael Nadal this year because he's had certain injuries and it's best for him to manage it and opted out for this particular season. Talking about the women's, yes, the most successful athlete there has been Navratilova with 9 titles. Obviously, she's not playing this because she's retired. But we have Serena Williams, who I feel is the hot favorite. She's won this tournament 7 times, and I think someone who would have given a stiff competition is Naomi Osaka because of certain personal reasons. She won't be a part of this tournament, but I would have loved to see her on this grass surface. She would have been lovely. Andy Murray, on the other hand, if I jump back to the men's tennis, is having kind of a contemplation coming into this tournament. But he's trained with Roger Federer, so he's got that extra bit of motivation. And obviously, if you're training with someone like him, you don't need any more motivation coming back on the court. Let's talk about Wimbledon. Yes, I said that it has been here since 1877, so that's almost a 154-year history. Loads of champions, loads of great matches which have happened. If I deep dive too much into that, I might have to make an entire series of talking about Wimbledon. It's a huge legacy. So 34 million pounds is the winning prize for the winner, obviously, and for this tournament. And the special thing what I liked about this tournament was that I was told by a dear friend of mine that they had insured this tournament and they were paying their insurance premiums along the year, and they got their insurance money last year due to COVID. So this is one of the biggest sporting events which did not face the COVID wrath, and it was in full flow, allowed to pay its people associated, so that's the ground staff and then the athletes. And this kind of money does not matter to the likes of the top seeded athletes such as Djokovic and Federer, Rafael Nadal, Serena Williams, Naomi Osaka, but it really matters to certain junior players who look forward to this tournament, who are unseeded, because at the end of the day, experience is not going to be taking you that far. Money is, because it's an individual sport. They have to pay their coaches, their gyms, a lot of things which are involved. So I think this was a fantastic gesture by Wimbledon to have paid these athletes, and looking forward to it. I do believe that this year's Wimbledon is going to get competitive, although there are some athletes which are pulling out because of fitness problems as well. My favorite in the men's category is going to be Roger Federer and Novak Djokovic. These two are the ones. For the women's, I do feel it's one of the most competitive sports I have seen, and one of the most competitive sports segments I have come across, because every year there is a new champion. You have a new face winning. It's not only emerging, like you see like a talent which is coming out. You see a new winner every year. Like, that's really, really competitive, and you have to be on your toes. But I still believe that Serena Williams does not have great competition, but she again can emerge, is the favorite to win this tournament. However, now if we talk about certain technicalities, I do believe coming off of the French Open, where the ball is slightly slower and it comes at a lower height, this time it will be slightly at a higher pace, at a height which is there. Roger Federer pulled out of the French Open so that he could focus on Wimbledon, and I hope he wins. I hope he wins his ninth title. I will watch this match with Djokovic in 2019, which lasted for about forever. And yes, I do hope of a great Wimbledon, and you should be excited for this too. And I hope everyone's had a great weekend, because this weekend was with the French Grand Prix, you had Portugal versus Germany in the Euros, and you also had the World Test Championship beginning. Yes, we're slightly sad that it's been washed out because of rain. So yes, that's about Wimbledon, and yes, I will be making one on the US Open as well, as and when it arrives. But yes, I'm very excited for this Wimbledon. Really looking forward to it. Will be cheering for Federer. I guess that was no secret if you saw the last segment. He's such an elite player. What a player on the field, off the field. He's a great, athlete to aspire to be. And for all the young people who are into tennis, I'm not saying he should be a role model, but if you just look at him, and if you just see his behaviorisms and his mannerisms and everything which is there to collate, that is what a perfect athlete looks like. However, yes, I do believe that there are other favorites. Novak Djokovic is one of the biggest hurdles Roger Federer will have to come across, because that guy is a machine. He's mentally fit, physically fit. One of the athletes I've seen who has one of the best endurance. And when an athlete has that kind of endurance, it's really difficult to beat them on their particular day. And given that Novak Djokovic is so consistent, and he gives it his all irrespective of the tournament, it's really difficult to beat him on any given occasion. So let me know, guys, in the comments below, who is your favorite to win the Wimbledon and who you will be rooting for. I'm really looking forward to read those comments, and I hope to see you in a video like this around next week. And till then, bye bye, stay safe, and thank you so much. And also like, share and subscribe.